How's it going, bros? My name is Pewdiepie.
Oh yeah, there, you scum Pewdiepie, you bloody racist. I hope your channel gets terminated one day, you piece of defecation, mate.
I'm going to blow his brains up if you don't delete your channel. Now, fuck you. Ah!
You're racist, I would deport you if you don't leave our country.
I'll just stand here until you all get triggered. Well, fuck you, Pewdiepie. I hope you get a place in here and they'll throw milkshakes in you. You could say that again.
Perfect. Ten so dark you cannot see who I'm riding with. Diamond glisten all up in my watch, can tell what time it is. Diamond clusters all up in my watch, they got you blind as shit. I tied a beat up, then I fucking yeah, I'm on some violent shit. Woo!
Sup everyone, me Alpha Male What Up Guys here. Today I'm about to discuss about the current online social media on Pewdiepie and the SJWs' perception on Pewdiepie's presence. Apparently the SJWs on the left in general paint Pewdiepie as this anti-Semite white nationalist that makes memes and plays Minecraft. Even though some SJWs are painting him as this racist for either trolling, capitalizing off his name, or are actually mentally impaired people with a disabled cerebral cortex and possibly have been brain dead by BuzzFeed feminist posts. Today we'll be taking a closer look at the online hate of Pewdiepie and why the left projects him as his Nazi. Yes, I disagree that Pewdiepie is a Nazi and probably say with 98% of my viewers that are watching this video, but since SJWs makes things so complicated with their gender neutral pronouns and SJW rhetoric, I will talk about their online persona by focusing more on the Pewdiepie situation. Anyways, let's get right into the news. So while I was going through Twitter like always, I found this amazing tweet coming from Cookie Mama Blockchain. Sounds like a liberal name to me. But at first I took a look at this tweet and was astonished if it had 10,000 likes. Sure, I know dumb tweets like Candace Owens talking about burning the US flag should be illegal, which had 80,000 likes. Yes, conservatives can also be dumb. Fun fact, this tweet had no counter arguments and only used nebulous remarks to maliciously bash Pewdiepie by labeling him a white supremacist. If you really think he's a white supremacist, a couple of things. One, if you take a closer look at his ideologies and politics, he's most likely center-left. It was born in a social democratic country called Sweden. Which, fun fact, there are a ton of liberals and labor political members in that country. So alluding him as a white supremacist baffles me. Second of all, he did say the N-word on a few occasions, but they were jokes. The left for some reason likes Donald Trump jokes, but doesn't like racial, sexist, or homophobic jokes, because we all know they are mentally incapable of these kinds of jokes. Jokes are jokes. Take it or leave it. Don't just label people of something just because they accidentally say things that are out of context. Words don't have to represent people. I say homophobic sex all the time, but I'm not either one of these. I'm an egalitarian. I believe in immigration and same-sex marriage, but labeling people just because of their fame or success doesn't make you any better. It just makes you a jealous imbecile. Like Onision. He made a rant on Pewdiepie because he said the naughty word. Well, since Onision is known for exploiting minors on YouTube and has mental health issues that he can't admit. So the Just Warriors have gone insane. They project Pewdiepie for being an anti-Semitic racist, but in reality you have no proof of him being part of the KKK, and there is no proof of him promoting the alt-right or anti-Semitic rhetoric. Since these claims by the left are easy to debunk, I'm about to go in depth of how these social justice warriors chaos has started.
Everyone, I have a special announcement. Pewdiepie is cancelled because he's a racist, homophobic, garbage human being that promotes alt-right ideologies.
Pewdiepie is a racist. Pewdiepie hates gays. And he praises Jesus.
We must find Pewdiepie, track him down, and hopefully he'll give us his channel.
Lock up in this bitch. I swear to God, I swear to God, I swear to God, I got it. Yeah, I'm back on my shit though. I hold a lot of people down like a limbo. Yeah.
SJWs despise Pewdiepie because of his controversial past, says the N-word, being accused of anti-Semitic content by reacting to two men holding up signs saying death to all Jews, which is obviously for comedic purposes. The Wall Street Journal basically reported this, and tons of other news organizations were trying to capitalize off his name and trying to take down his career. This eventually led to more censorship rules and nebulous regulations. Even many tubers had to quit their jobs on YouTube for making less money than working at McDonald's. Sure, I don't mind edgy humor, but I don't get offended over derogatory terms without any context. But if people had to take these news organizations so seriously, then what's the point? Some news organization called People.com just reported PewDiePie's marriage and his controversial past. Still to this day, people won't forget PewDiePie's past, and SJWs will do anything to profit off of PewDiePie's name. So today I want to review this article and state my reason why I disagree with this article. The first thing the article mentions is him getting married, which you all know is supposed to be a wedding between him and his wife, Marcia. What's weird about this article is that it mentions PewDiePie's controversial past. Seems suspicious to me. The next thing, of course, it mentions the controversy and scandal of PewDiePie's past and him saying the N-word in anti-Semitism for comedic value. Like all SJWs, they like to take jokes out of context, accuse others of homophobia or racist just because they mention something that isn't really serious. They always want to do this so they can destroy their careers by painting them a bad person for clout chasing. Arguably, I've made videos on other people, and sure, I do tend to clout chase, but that doesn't justify the fact that canceling other people just because they have an opposing opinion on someone is good. Canceling or slandering them without any proof or context will lead towards a darker road.
It's okay, it's just a prank, bro.
It's a crime scene when I step up in the function. My girl on my back, always swear I'm up to something. Well, maybe I am, I'm always lying. She always crying, I'm buying.
The media insinuates and deliberately slanders PewDiePie for promoting Nazism and violence, but in reality, the media spreads fallacies and comes up with fabricated evidence that PewDiePie did harm in the community. Like, for example, the media basically blamed PewDiePie after the New Zealand shooter shot 50 innocent lives and blamed PewDiePie throughout the entire scenario. There is no proof PewDiePie promoted violence. The shooter did all the violence and the harm. Basically, PewDiePie had nothing to do with this scenario. Andrew Todd, an anti-gun liberal, tweeted about the shooter publishing a manifesto that mentioned PewDiePie. Does this indicate that a shooter caused the terroristic acts to shoot 50 people in New Zealand? No, this has nothing to do with the situation, and the liberal media will always blame PewDiePie for any illogical and nebulous reason. And why blame him for promoting violence? He donated to so many charities and reviews memes. What harm that has to do with the community? He has no political agenda. It is not persuading his political ideologies to his fans. Only the radical far left media labels people far right because they get butthurt over a fucking joke. Grow the up and maybe just focus on global warming and helping the poor, since that's what libtard socialists focus on. I want to commentate on this particular subject because the liberal media always talks about white supremacy. First of all, the left media labeled so many conservatives white supremacists, but in reality, they want limiting government and free enterprise. I admit I'm a libertarian, but I still have some conservative views like capitalism, guns, free marketing. But since this isn't about me, let's talk about white supremacy. First of all, there has got to be a clear indication of identifying white supremacists. Meet David Duke, a far-right activist who promotes white supremacy and is evidently a racist. Meet Richard Spencer, a white advocate who promotes white ethnicity. Meet Jared Taylor, an old man who hangs around with black people and he's a racist. So yes, I can identify racist people. But is PewDiePie really promoting this particular ideology, and is he really a racist? No. The media is lying. PewDiePie basically smokes weed Obama and listens to... Anyways, that's about it for this video. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think he's a white supremacist and likes the color white? Or do you think PewDiePie hangs around with Nick? I'm sorry guys, that was a joke. Please don't cancel me, media.
Feeling it, you spell out your whole heart. I don't have a man that's black. And fuck all of this shit. If it's whack, I don't want that. I don't have any kids, but I swear I am your father. I'm cooking up the work and then I'm calling up your daughter for the motherfucker starter staying quiet. Bench players always talking and they hating. I'm a fucking spawn of Satan. Listen, this what I'm regurgitating. Moon illuminating. I'm insane and got a pistol too. Name a person who listens. You, I'm handing out these lessons. I don't care if shit get physical. The way I use my tongue, I need a mop up in this bitch. The way you